was trying to grow, but I didn't realize, I realized I was working 13, 14 hours a day, and there just wasn't any time at all for me. So how did I deal with that? It was just putting a small amount of time, just dedicating just a small period of time, and changing my perception of what work really is, right? When we do that, we detach from, working in our business. And when we start doing things that work on our business, and it becomes much more of a passion project. These are things that I really want to do. So when I first started doing these things, I was working in my business, but I wanted to work on it. And one of the biggest changes I made was just putting 2 hours a week, just 2 hours a week, focus on something that I was facing at that point in time, which was, I believe, was marketing. I had problems closing enough sales. I had problems attracting enough leads. I put 2 hours a week, only 2 hours a week, and I stopped it at the 2 hour mark just to find any way that I can improve my marketing and sales strategy. And, within a couple weeks, that developed into something, and I was able to, by putting time into it, even a small amount of time, I was making enormous waves in my marketing strategy, which I wouldn't have done if I just continued cleaning houses by myself, if I continued being the labor workhorse that was getting me nowhere, right? So, even though 2 hours a week into something like marketing sounds absolutely minimal, it's tenfold what you would have spent if you didn't make that shift in your mindset. You have to prioritize these things. If you understand that working on your business is a requirement for your business in order to grow, then you suddenly start making that a priority, because all of your desires, all of your dream lifestyle, that's a couple mindset shifts away. And by just adjusting my time, realizing, there's some less important things that I could put aside for now so I can work on the bigger things, and in a couple weeks that's going to pay off big time for my business, versus if I continued with the same trend, the same pattern, the same day-to-day kind of lifestyle operation where it's just not making any big waves in my business. Why continue doing that for several years and get no results, have nothing to show for it, and then be extremely exhausted at the end?
Right. Yeah, that's really smart. You don't need a lot of time at all. You just need to know, to be consistent. Put on your calendar each week a small slot of time that you're going to use to bring in new business, and in a small slot of time you're going to use each week to bring in new cleaners. But then you have to know how to do it right too. But if you don't put that out there, you'll never grow, because you need to grow. You need two things: new customers and new cleaners.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you realize that those are the two biggest needs in your life, and you happen to have a bottleneck in one or both of those, you create a requirement in your business in order to grow. You know exactly what you need to grow, and now you just got to go do it. So how do you go do it in your time? You realize that if it's important enough to you, you're going to make that time. 2 hours a week is almost nothing.
Right.
If you want the dream lifestyle, you got to start somewhere. Dedicate a small period of your time to growing your business, even if it's just learning, even if it's just implementing things, stuff that might not even seem sexy, but these bring results.